Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to make a short video about my feelings concerning late night television. And firstly, I wanted to say how much I support the workers for the WGA and SAG-AFTRA and how much I support fair treatment and fair wages for any workers in those unions. I think I've made that pretty clear on this channel and also in the live streams that I've been doing with my good friend Stephanie over at Movie Chatter. Obviously support fair treatment for workers and fair wages, etc. But I wanted to talk about my feelings concerning late night television. I was really concerned about reading an article that I read from Rolling Stone this morning concerning Jimmy Fallon and The Tonight Show and a potential toxic work environment there. It's a very lengthy article and I would invite you to go read that if you can. I posted a link on X or Twitter, and so if you follow me on X or Twitter, you can. I'm leaving a link in the description of this video, so you can go check that out there. But it seems to be widely available. Lots of people talking about it, and it was really concerning to me. It really made me sad. Really made me angry about some things that we're learning concerning, again, allegedly the Jimmy Fallon show. I should say too, these are all my opinions. Being a fan of late night television for many years, but I really feel like I'm sort of going through a little bit of a breakup process with late night television. And just to give you a little bit of history, as you can see, if you're new to this channel, you know that I'm a physical media collector. I love collecting movies, TV shows, all sorts of media. And so I started off really enjoying as a kid The Tonight Show. I've got this ultimate collection, Johnny Carson Tonight Show. I'm a big fan of the Dick Cavett Show. And I've got a number of different interviews. I love watching interviews with celebrities and artists and things like that. I just love these shows, and I've always loved these shows, since I was a kid. And I think I just like the shows too because they really, to me, they're very entertaining. It's interesting to get a different perspective from an actor, from a director, from any sort of artist that will give you some insight into films or TV shows that you may be watching. So I love these shows. I really have enjoyed these shows. I was a big fan of Jimmy Fallon too when he took over for The Tonight Show. I felt like he was really preserving the legacy of The Tonight Show. Again, I know not everyone's perfect. I know not all environments are perfect. I know show business is a very stressful environment. I get all that. But it really concerned me today to read about what a potentially toxic work environment the Tonight Show is, apparently. And so I'm really sort of going through this reaction where I'm not really sure if I can even watch late night talk shows anymore. And I'm really interested to see how you feel about this too. I think I used to watch full episodes of the Tonight Show, and then I started watching clips on YouTube. So I've been kind of going through what I feel like is a breakup process with these late night shows. I stopped watching the full episodes and I just started watching clips on TV. I was still watching these through the pandemic, and then when the strike happened, I stopped watching these shows. Obviously, the shows have gone dark, and no new materials being produced. I feel like they seemed more like advertising than anything else. I remember again I was a big fan of the Letterman show also, just to give you an idea, including the daytime show, which was on many, many years ago. Letterman had a daytime show. And then when he had his nighttime show too, I just found it very entertaining. I love the musical acts also, which were good to just discover new music and things like that. But I feel like the late night environment started to lose that a little bit. And then of course, when the strike happens, we can't see anything. And now to hear this again news allegedly of this toxic work environment at the Jimmy Fallon show, like I said, I'm not really sure I can even watch the show anymore. Usually. The way I proceed with artists and musicians and things like that is if I'm a fan, I'm a fan. And then if I learn new information that makes me change my opinion, I'm probably going to not consume that content anymore too. And I know this gets into the discussion of the art versus the artist and things like that, but I definitely don't feel like I want to support a show that has a toxic work environment. I've worked in many of those myself, and I know how painful that can be, how fearful people can be working in those environments, especially under the conditions that are described in the Rolling Stone article. So like I said, I would really invite you to read that. Let me know what you think of it, or if you've heard this news before, let me know what you think of it. But I think even when the writer's strike ends, And maybe that's going to be in a short time. Maybe it's going to go on for quite a while. I'm not sure I can even go back to watching The Tonight Show, which is one of my favorite shows of all time from the beginning, watching through all the transitions, also considering Letterman was up for the job, Conan O'Brien was up for the job. Again, I love these hosts. I was really a huge fan of these hosts, but I feel like something needs to change for me personally. And again, this is all opinion. Because of the news that I heard today. And again, you never know what's true out there, but it seems like Rolling Stone I read the whole article. It seems like Rolling Stone did a great job vetting this information, it seems like. I haven't seen any response from The Tonight Show or anything like that. They seem to get a lot of people to just say a good thing, like 30 people, I think it's even mentioned in the article, to say something good about working on The Tonight Show, and nobody said anything, it seemed like. So again, this really concerns me, and I thought I would make a short video about it just because I've been such a huge fan of late night television. And at this point, I think even if the writer's strike ends, I don't know that I'm even going to be watching full episodes of any show anymore, because there's clips on YouTube, and it seems like that's the way the environment, the landscape is changing anyway. So please let me know what you think about it in the comments. This is not my normal type of video because I usually talk about physical media and things that I'm watching. But this was of concern to me today. I was really, again, saddened and angered by the news and reading this article. And as much as I know, not everything can be true, I feel like if you have a number of people talking about a toxic work environment, then that's the way it is. That's a number of people saying that this is the way it is. And as I said before, I'm familiar with toxic work environments. I know what those are like. I know how painful and tragic those work environments can be. So it was very sad news, and I don't think that I'm going to be going back anymore to watch the Jimmy Fallon show. I'm not going to be able to do it, I don't think. So thanks for watching this short video today. I really do appreciate it. If this is your first video on the channel, please consider subscribing to my channel. I talk about all sorts of things here. As I mentioned, I'm a physical media collector, but I also talk about what I'm watching. I'm also doing a weekly live stream with my good friend Stephanie over at Movie Chatter, so I'm sure we'll be getting into more discussion this week. We do these live streams on Saturdays at 2 o'clock. So please feel free to join us there, or leave me a comment below and let me know what you think of this particular situation. Are you watching late night television? Have you always been a fan of late night television? Are you interested in going back to it when the strike ends, hopefully? Hopefully these strikes will end and people will be treated fairly in terms of wages and in terms of how they're being treated, just in general. So if you like this video too, click on like, and I just want to say thanks to everyone who supports this channel. I really do appreciate it. I sincerely hope that everyone is safe and well, and I'll talk to you soon.